I already made a video, but then it didn't upload. To be fair, day 104. To be fair, the video I made was about like a homeless guy I met, and that I bought soap for. Not because he was smelly, because he wanted soap. That's a long way to say I have nothing interesting to say today. I'm very tired. I got a pimple right here. I mean, what the fuck is that? Oh, God. Look, let me fucking get back into focus. Why is there a big red mark on my eye? It's freaking me out. Dear Lord. It is another day. And I've got very little to say about the fact that it's another day. This is one that is passing into history without much motion, you know? God, the pimple on my fucking forehead, Jesus Christ. I don't know what I said in the video. I said something about, like, you know, homeless people. I never give them money. There's so many of them. I would have to fucking pay it like a bill. Wasn't a very generous video, I guess. This guy I gave money to. Trust me on that. Look, how am I feeling? What am I doing? I'm feeling fine. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for Monday, Tuesday, when I find out when my wife will be home, and then I'm going to build my life around that, because that's just the reality. I don't know where this giant red streak in my eye came from. I probably have, I don't know, some rare eye disease, but it's fine. I'll beat it. I'm not gonna get got by some rare eye disease. What can I do to pass the time now that the video I made initially got deleted? Well, first let's... Seems like I'm doing nothing, but trust me. First, let's tell a quick story. I remember the first time I ever lied. It was in preschool, and they have this test you do where they took a bunch of bears, like little plastic bears, and they line them up, like 10, 9, 8. They make a little pyramid. And the teacher said, okay, it was a private test. It wasn't like a big room. And she was like, can you guess how many bears there are without counting? And I was like, yeah. And I started counting. She was like, no. And that was the first time I ever realized, like, I was lying, and I got caught lying right away. I was very briefly in like a special education English because I couldn't write cursive. I didn't understand. The teacher would explain how the letters connect, and then there's a word and the letters connect, and I would connect all of the words together like one giant word, and I could not stop doing it. So they thought, well, this one's a little fucked up, huh? And they put me in special ed English, And then, lo and behold, published author, AP English, although I didn't go to school and I basically, was kicked out. But that's neither here nor there. The point of the matter being, they underestimated just how big my brain was. They didn't realize my brain was so big that I was revolutionizing the concept of cursive writing just in its entirety. You could be so weird that you just appear impossibly dumb. And I was a little bit retarded. That's just the way it was. I still am today. The point being, it is a Friday. No, it's a Saturday night. I gotta be up early tomorrow by my account. I got home last night at like 8:30 in the morning, which is why I was with a homeless guy. Not with him. He appeared beside me like a genie, and, he needed soap. The homeless guy pulled his pants leg up, and his leg was rotting off of his body. And he said, I need soap. And I said, buddy, you need a lot more than fucking soap. And he laughed, and I was like, I'll help you with soap. And then, I got him a Gatorade. I would have gotten him beer. I don't, tell homeless people what to do with the money I give them. That's insane, generally. If that's like how you think it works, where you're like, I'm only going to give it to them if I know it's going to a good place, I think you're misunderstanding the entire relationship. Anywho, there's nothing you can do for a drug addict. They just either get off drugs or they die. And there's nothing you can do about it, one way or the other. I am done. As you can tell, I'm pretty drained, especially because I already made a video and the file got corrupted or whatever. I don't know, it won't transfer for some reason. I love you all, and I will see you tomorrow. I'm sorry for the pimple I have in my head.